first time in, I think, 4 years now, the Trump administration is making them take away end racism, which they had written in the end zone, right?
It just seems silly. I mean,
to do it or not to do it?
Why get rid of it?
Oh, I could tell you why.
I know, but it's just like
Because it was stupid to begin with.
Yeah, but it's
Let me ask you, who's it for? And if you're a racist and you see end racism in the end zone, you're going to stop being a racist?
All right, folks, this wasn't something CNN had anticipated. Bill Maher completely changed the game during the live broadcast, leaving the entire CNN panel in shock.
But I think it's an to nag us during a football game about something that doesn't change anything or any. If I'm not a racist and I see it, it doesn't matter. And if I am a racist, it's gonna make me more of a racist.
Like, I think if you're right, don't be an end zone, everybody will agree with that.
I saw the Government Accounting Office, that's not the Trump administration, said in the last 20 years, I think it was something like 2.2
It's 3 trillion.
Well, it was a little less than that, but in trillions of improper payments. This is trillions, not billions. What could we have done with that money? In 2023, it was 236 billion of improper payment. So it's not like this does not have to be. It's supposed to make our lives easier. That's the whole point. Washing machines did more for women's liberation than 1,000 lesbian-run bookstores. I know for a fact that Elon Musk is planning to grow a mustache just to troll the libs.
Bill Maher, a longtime liberal, took a bold stand in defense of Donald Trump, completely dismantling CNN's biased narrative live on air. The crowd went absolutely wild. CNN thought they had Maher under control, but he turned the tables, calling out their hypocrisy and exposing their fake moral superiority. He even broke down why Trump originally won. The CNN hosts were stunned, caught off guard by his remarks, and the internet went wild in real time. So, what exactly did Bill Maher say that left CNN scrambling, and why is this moment so significant? You definitely don't want to miss it. But first, hit that like button and subscribe for more uncensored, raw, viral moments like this one. Just subscribed? Great. Let's get into it.
Under the previous administration, we would have inquiries. We would request information. We would want cabinet secretaries and assistant secretaries and deputy secretaries to come before committee. We would send letter after letter after letter and get no response. The Biden administration operated literally in the shadows. They would not tell you anything that was going on. At least Donald Trump puts it out in the litany of orders that come out that day. Here's what we're doing today. We're going into the Department of Justice. We are taking these attorneys and they are under supervisory review, or however they choose to phrase it. You knew nothing that was going on in Joe Biden's presidency. So if democracy truly dies in darkness, I would rather have an executive tell me what they're doing as opposed to hiding it from the American.
There's even a trend now among liberal women of wearing blue bracelets to signal that they're Kamala voters and therefore safe to approach and talk to, because God forbid you fall into some checkout line chit-chat with, gasp, a Republican. And many young women are now also pledging never to have sex with any man who voted for Trump. Really? That's your big plan? Embargoing the pussy? It's so egotistical, as if the ultimate punishment is not letting people have you. Hey, you know what? You weren't f***ing Trump-type guys anyway. Well, except for Taylor.
Let's set the stage. CNN brings Bill Maher on, expecting him to take his usual shots at Trump, but instead, he flips the script. And it gets even better. He doesn't just defend Trump, he goes after the Democrats' biggest failures. One of the first bombshells he drops is exposing how Democrats' obsession with wokeness is pushing Americans away. He absolutely demolishes absurd liberal virtue signaling like end zone slogans and meaningless social justice campaigns. CNN, completely silent. Then he drops a hard truth bomb about government waste, calling out how trillions of dollars are just going down the drain. The CNN panel starts squirming in their seats. They definitely didn't bring Maher on for this.
How are we actually getting our kids to have a shot?
Well, you keep talking about kids. He also won because parents were a little fed up with parents coming in second in a who says what goes with my kids contest.
Right. But which Democrat is for that? I mean, I have kids. I mean, most Democrats believe that parents should have a say in their kids' education. These have been
Here in
exaggerated.
California, I think the governor here used the word snitch.
Yeah.
Like a parent, if you inform...
Dime them out. Tell on the parent. Point them out. The parents will be in trouble.
If the kid switched genders in school, you know, they hid that from the parent.
And as a
I'm
guy
not a
that was
parent,
born
but-
in the Bronx, raised in the streets of New York, I can assure you, snitch has an entirely different meaning than what they put. I can promise you that. I can promise you.
At this point, the CNN hosts realize they need to salvage this disaster. So what do? They try to challenge Maher. Big mistake. One of the hosts desperately argues that Democrats actually listen to parents and care about education. Maher's response? Absolutely devastating. Ouch. And just when you think things can't get worse for CNN, Maher goes in hard on liberal cancel culture. The crowd goes wild. The CNN hosts, they're in full panic mode. And as if that wasn't enough, Maher tears apart the media's endless race baiting.
10 Gen Zers say the authors of the Constitution are best described as villains. Wow. In 1776, James Monroe was 18. Alexander Hamilton was 21 and James Madison 25. Joe Biden was only 30. America's founders, they were the Gen Z of their day. And when they were your age, they started a country. What the fuck have you done?
The crowd erupts in applause. CNN is completely thrown off. They brought Maher on hoping for some Trump bashing, but instead, he dismantles the entire left-wing media machine. And in one of the most powerful moments of the segment, Maher exposes the massive corruption behind progressive policies.
2014 CNN report discovered that at least 35 Disney employees had been arrested for sex crimes against children, and in 2021, Disney Child Union Education Party, and you've turned schools and colleges into a joke. What a shocker that the people who see everything through the lens of race and sex see their election loss as a result of racism and sexism. Kamala spent 100 days telling voters, I know it feels like crime and illegal immigration are bad, but fuck your feelings. Look at this chart. Have you seen my "In This House We Believe" lawn sign? See, it says right on it, we believe in science. Right, which is why you demanded no one even debate whether COVID could have escaped from the one lab in the one city where they were studying it. How far-fetched. Democrats have become like a royal family that, because of so much incest, has unfortunately had children who are retarded.
CNN cuts to commercial, but it's already too late. The internet is on fire. Rumors are flying, and CNN executives are reportedly furious. Some insiders are calling it their worst PR disaster in years. Will CNN blacklist Bill Maher? Honestly, it probably won't matter. After this, even more people are starting to wake up. All right, folks, this was massive. Bill Maher just exposed everything CNN and the liberal media don't want you to see. Now, I want to hear from you. Did Bill Maher just put an end to CNN for ye good? Is he waking up to the truth or just stirring up headlines? And do you think CNN will ever bounce back from this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And before you go, hit that like button and subscribe for more viral takedowns, political showdowns, and unfiltered truth.